The Triglavian invasion is still unfolding, and I know I owe you a video about what's happening with the transmuters and the suns, and believe me, that video is coming soon. But for now, I just want to talk about the other side of the Triglavian invasion. Say you don't really want to pick a side, whether it's Edencom or Triglavians, or you're one of the sides and you want to make some extra ISK, salvaging is actually not a bad idea at this point. What's happening in these invasion systems, especially early on in the reconnaissance stage, is that fleets are going from site to site to site as fast as they can, and behind them they leave a trail of wreckage, which means good ISK for the salvagers. Granted, and I'm going to say right off the bat, this is a very competitive environment right now for salvagers. There aren't very many wrecks left as the site is complete. But as I was making this video, I made it in a very highly contested system of Sakanda, and it was still possible to make decent amount of income. So if salvaging is your thing, you might want to check it out. So here are my tips on how you should salvage in these invasion systems, and if you have any more information or additional suggestions, please leave a comment on this video. Personally, I did this in the Noctis, the best ship for salvaging, in this awesome Carbonauts Glade skin. But really, in essence, what you need is a very fast ship. You can totally do this in a very fast frigate, for example, a Vigil. If you have ever done ninja salvaging, you already have a perfect ship for that. Just fit as many salvagers as you can at the highest tier and slap a micro-warp drive to your ship and you are set. You could bring salvaging drones if you'd like to, but really, in my experience, they're mostly useless. If you're curious, this is the fit that I have used for the Noctis. It's all salvagers with a micro overdrive and a bit of a shield extender, and the overdrive injectors in the low slots. I didn't bother with any salvaging rigs because having 8 salvagers really makes no difference whatsoever. There is no point to fit any tractor beams either, because mostly you'll be dealing with yellow loot, meaning you cannot tractor beam it. Having done this for a few hours, I don't really recommend the Noctis. I think a fast frigate would do a job even better, but Noctis still works, especially this fit. If you decide to do this, make sure you target the high-sec reconnaissance systems before they reach first liminality. Reason being is that as soon as it does that, the system will become low-sec, and then you're anybody's game. Good luck bringing a Noctis into a low-sec system, especially one that's going to be filled with 100 to 200 players. Although naturally, more risk means more reward, and if you can get in on the salvage with the Operation Flashpoint site, well, that's going to be probably a very good payout. I personally haven't tried that yet, and for newer salvagers, I recommend just sticking to high-sec reconnaissance systems, basically. Now, if you have not participated in the invasion at all and you have neutral standing with both Edencom and Triglavians, you're probably the best candidate to actually salvage everything that's available. Personally, Edencom NPCs will shoot me on sight, so I kind of have to be more careful. But what I suggest is that once you get into the invasion system, start bookmarking the sites that are available. As soon as you see a site disappear in the probe scanner, that means it's complete and you are more or less safe to warp to it. At the very least, all the rats are gonna be gone. You will likely bump into either other salvagers or a few stragglers of the fleet that was in the site. Just be careful not to warp into the active side. These NPCs do not mess around, so just beware of your standings. Once you warp into your bookmark, this is where the micro overdrive comes in real handy. If the site has just been completed, you will still see the structures that are supposed to be in there, but if it's a bit of time after, you will see everything has despawned except for the wrecks. And the wrecks will be somewhere between 40 to 70 kilometers away from your warp-in point. Go ahead, salvage it all, whatever is left over. It is your choice whether you want to loot the containers as well, but you know that you're going to incur the criminal attack at that point and become flashy yellow. Personally, I would say it's not worth it, especially considering that the loot is really not that great in most instances. So I tried salvaging 4 sites that have Triglavian ships in them, and then 4 sites that have the Edencom ships in them. The Triglavian ships yield their special Triglavian parts, and according to the estimated value of them, I only got about 17 to 18 million worth of the stuff. Edencom wrecks on the other side dropped the regular salvage, and that was worth about 43 million ISK. So there's quite a disparity between the value of the salvage, but of course this is based on the estimated value. At this point in time though, I would probably concentrate on salvaging only the Edencom sites that have the Edencom ships wrecks in them. So depending on what kind of a ship you bring to these sites, this salvaging could be rather lucrative. And the more active is the system, the more salvage you will find. It's really mostly about managing your bookmarks properly. Save all the sites that you see in your prop scanner window, and then as soon as you warp to one, remove it from your list. And definitely try to avoid warping to the active sites if you don't have neutral standing. I hope this video helps you out and helps you earn a little bit of extra ISK and kind of participate in these Triglavian invasions. There could be fierce competition for being a salvager in these invasion systems, but really the active fleets go through so many sites that they leave enough salvage to go around for everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for more updates on what's happening with the Triglavian invasions in EVE Online. And if you can, please consider sponsoring this channel so I could keep bringing you videos like this. Thank you, join the Triglavian site in EVE Online and let's mess things up for high sec. I'll see you in my next video.